This is Ram Kumar, and this is Essential Bollywood Vocabulary. As a heads up, I would like to tell you that this is going to be one of the longest episodes, and I'm going to cover multiple words in the language of the camps. The important words I covered separately. These are words that occur often in Bollywood movies in a romantic context. So, the first word or the first group of words is mohabbat, ashiki, and pyar. So, mohabbat, ashiki, and pyar, all the three mean the same thing. They mean prem for the Hindi lovers and lover for the Englishmen. So these are a group of words. Then the beloved is often called Mashuka. So if you are an Ashik, you should know who your Mashuka is. Mashuka is the significant other of the Ashik. Then we will talk about a word called mehfil. So they always talk about the word mehfil, which is a party and a real party, right? Like we party. And for the Hindi lovers, it is called sabha. So they always talk about what's happening in the mehfil and how the mehfil is decorated and so on. So mehfil is a place where people come together. And the second thing with the mehfil is mehfil ka mahol kya hai. So the word is mahol, which actually means paristhiti in Hindi, and which means a situation in English. So if you are a singer of probably a song called ghazal, which is a type of Urdu song, you have to look at the mehfil or the crowd that's gathered and the mahol, the context, before you sing the song. Then we will give importance to two words, sher and shire. So typically love, or those who have fallen in love, start writing poems. So sher and shairi. Sher actually means kavita, and shairi also means a kavi, ta, and shire actually means a poet or a kavi. So you have sher, shire, and shairi. And typically people say wow wow if you make a very beautiful sort of couplet or beautiful turn of phrase. People often praise you with wow wow and so on. Then we look at a word called tawayaf. Tawayaf is actually the meaning of the word vamp. So, or what you call a devadasi. Maybe a controversial statement. I don't know if they still exist. I don't know if you can call somebody a tawayaf today. So, but it exists in the history. The word tawayaf, and also the word kotha and the word kotewali, which actually hints at sex work and sex workers. You know, language of the camps, right? So when you put your boys in some new place, they have to get some action. So you there you have kotha and kotewali. Then you have ittila karna, to intimate someone or give them the information, and that is actually termed as ittila karna. So my cat actually tripped over my notes. So excuse me while I go back to where we were. Yes, Ittila, to give information or to give jankari, is called Ittila. Then there's a concept of heaven and hell. So heaven is Swarg in Hindi, or in Urdu they call it Jannat, and hell is Narak, and in Urdu they call it Jahannam. You can add this to the list of curse words we discussed. So you can tell tum Jahannam mein jaoge, that is you will go to hell. So that's the way you say it in Urdu, right? You don't say go to hell. Jahannam mein jaoge. That's the way you say it. So remember that for a curse word. And there is a word called Itrana. So a person who is Itrana is a person who is a Ghamandi person, a person who is showing off. That person is called Itrana. Maybe the person looks good, or maybe the person has, say, a six pack, or maybe the person is wearing the throne of Kohinoor or whatever. If the person is show off, we call it Itrana. There's another word which actually is a positive form of Itrana that has to do with the Gaurav or pride, and Gaurav is in Hindi and pride in English, and in Urdu that is called Gurur. So everybody has his Gurur, his honor, his pride. So it's famous Bajirao Mastani dialogue. आप हमसे हमारी जान मांगते तो भी हम देते थे, पर तुमने तो मेरा गुरूर छीन लिया, right? You could have asked me for my life and I would have given you, but you snatched away my pride. So that's gurur. And then there is a word called Kabul. So that's an important Urdu word. Kabul means to accept something, and the Hindi equivalent is apnana. And then there's a word Razi, very close to Kabul, but slightly different. A person who is Razi is a person who is agreed to do his part, and in Hindi they call it Sehmat. So Razi stands for Sehmat. And then there is a word Wakif. Wakif is to know. So if somebody asks you, तुम उस देश के प्रधानमंत्री से वाकिफ़ हो, और डू यू नो, और क्या तुम इन बातों में से वाकिफ़ हो, क्या तुम पढ़ाई लिखाई से वाकिफ़ हो, क्या तुम उस लड़की से वाकिफ़ हो, डू यू नो हर. इन हिंदी दे कॉल इट परिचय. So do you know, that's, or are you acquainted? That is the meaning of the word Wakif. And then there is a word that sounds just good to say. It's called Guftagu. I assume it means the sweet nothings of love, or the whispers of love. That is called Guftagu. And there is another word called Rubaru. So when you truly get to see someone, you have a Rubaru or a darshan of that person. So you become Rubaru with that person when you actually see the person live and become Rubaru. Then there is this word Fana. Fana actually means dead for somebody. You die for somebody. So if you say that I want to become Fana for you, it means I want to die for you. So that is the meaning of the word Fana. Then there is this word Parinda. The Hindi equivalent is Panchi, and the English equivalent is a bird. The reason they use the word Parinda, because all these birds and bees and other animals are closely involved in loving relationships. So that's Parinda. And then there is this word Behkana. So some people show you they dangle the fish of love before you are hooked. So that is actually Fasana, to entrap somebody. That is basically Behkana. Closely related is Fasana in Hindi, right? But here is the interesting part. The word Fasana in Urdu, it actually means a story. So it actually means a love story. So that is a good line I got in a recent song from the movie Raees. तुमसे ही शुरू तुम पे ही ख़त्म मेरे इश्क का फसाना हुआ. She says my love story started with you and my love story ended with you. So that's my only love story. And I have met people like that. People who have just their one love story happened to them when they were in their 30s for a year or two, and then it's over for them. They are not seeking love. They are given up. They are chasing other things. So that's the word fasana, which actually means a story. And then there is a guzarish, which actually means a request or an akanksha. So when you go and do a guzarish, you are asking for something. You might be aware, you say you want a kiss. So you go to your lover and say, मेरी गुजारिश है कि तुम मुझे मेरे गालों पे एक चुम्मा दो. So I desire, desire is probably a better word. So I'm desirous of the fact that I want a kiss on my cheeks. So that's the meaning of the word guzarish. Then there is this word hamdard. So everybody needs a hamdard sometimes. Maybe human, maybe not human. So what is a hamdard? Hamdard means a person who can share your pain. In Hindi it is called sahanubhuti. So hamdard stands for a person who can share your pain. And then there is this word khunnas. I know it from my childhood. So that means actually revenge or badla. So khunnas nikalna means to take revenge. So that's the word khunnas. So you know that in love, sometimes you have these triangles and revenge stories, and you might be aware in Ramayana that Surpanaka's nose was cut and disfigured, and then Ravana said he would take a revenge, right? So उसने Surpanaka का खुन्नस निकाला. So that's the meaning of the word khunnas. And then we come to a word called khandan. So of course, when you are in a romantic relationship, you want to know the family or the khandan of the person. The khandan is actually parampara, vansh, or gharana. Those are three Hindi words. In English, I would say khandan means simply a family, right? And then there's this word munasif. So that means sahi in Hindi. So munasif can be used like क्या आपने मेरे लिए ये साड़ी खरीदना मुनासिब समझा. So did you think it is correct to do this? So that's the word munasif in Urdu. And then there is the word mushkil. In pure Hindi it's called archan. So that means that you face obstacles in the path of your love. So that's this word mushkil. Then there is this word jisam. Jisam actually means tan or the body of a person. So that's the saying in English, right? The mind is willing but the flesh is weak. So jisam actually stands for the body and the desires of the body. And the word shohar actually means the husband, and in Hindi they call it sajna or sayya. And then there is this word to do with the miracle of love. People change due to love, and in Urdu they call it ajuba, and in Hindi they call it chamatkar. Then we talk about time. Time and tide wait for no man. So we have to acknowledge time. That is waqt in Urdu, and a minute of time. Minute being an arbitrary, or it could be a second, it could be a nanosecond, or it could be a microsecond. It's actually a lamha or a pal or a kshana in Hindi. So that is waqt, and Samay for you. Uh, then Arman and Ummeed, they stand for hope in love. And Arman and Ummeed in Hindi is called Akanksha or desire or hope. Then that is this word Mulakat. The word Mulakat is probably a very important word of all these words. The word Mulakat actually means a meeting or a milna of two people. So that is very important. Mulakat being a very important thing in today's world, which is so disconnected, to actually meet somebody, right? So that is Mulakat. And there is this word called Nabz. Nabz stands for Nadi or the nerve. So a person who knows the pulse of the matter is a person who can जो नब्स पकड़ सकता है. We want a person. I am in technology, and I'll tell you the nubs of technology is too fast, and you always worry whether when you say don't do technology for some time, you come back, can you get current? Can you go and catch the nubs of the technology again? So that's nubs. Then I'm going to come to a word close to nubs is called nasl. Nasl actually means the breed. So these kings and queens, they went around breeding horses, and they were important that the horses be bred and the interbreeding should happen to produce good war or race horses. So that horse has to have a good nasl. And then I come to the word zokham. So the brave deserve the fair. So zokham is actually the meaning in Hindi is khatra, and in English is danger. So if somebody says प्यार किया है तो जोखम तो उठाना पड़ेगा, that means you have to play with fire or take a dangerous step. You can't sit in your pigeonhole and expect everything to fall in your lap. And then there is this word called ladai, and that actually means fighting or mutbed, as we covered before. So most movies show in romance that the hero and heroine are in some ladai which get resolved before the interval, after which it's about take out of the villain. So that's how a typical Hindi movie flows. And then there's a word called hasil. Hasil is something that is available to you. So something that is in your heart. This is a Hindi translation. So something hasil is something available to you, right? So your family is hasil most of the time, right, for you. So they are hasil. Then there is the word iklota. Iklota means one and only, or एक ही संतान in Hindi. So iklota is a single baby. And let's go to the next word. That word is chahita. Chahita is a person on whom love has been showered, probably because he is an iklota. So chahita means somebody who is endear or a dear for you. So that is iklota. Chaheta. And you can also call it pyara. So that is iklota. And then there is this word called benakab, which is kullam kulla. So you might have heard of Rishi Kapoor's book kullam kulla. So that is benakab. What is benakab? So those days when people used to go to dramas, the people on the stage used to wear a nakab or a mask to hide themselves, because drama was not considered a very socially acceptable form of commerce or arts. And they wear a nakab and they used to talk behind the nakab. And those days there were even no women. Men had to dress up as women to do a drama. So a person who goes be nakab, he is revealing his true face. So that is Kullam Kulla. Uh, then there is host of words, Khatirdari, Mehman Nawazi. So, Khatirdari and Mehman Nawazi is about hospitality towards the guest that has arrived at your house. In Hindi, it is called Athithi Dharam. So, that's for the Hindi lovers. And then there is this word called Fida. Fida is actually meaning as surrender. In Hindi, they call it Hatiyar Tek Dena. So, Fida means you surrender to somebody. Maybe they are too beautiful, too talented, or their love is too true, or hundreds of reasons you are just Fida over that person, right? And a lot of people are Fida over a lot of other people, so they are Fida. So, no, you can call it a fan, but Fida is a much more stronger word. And there is this word called Abru. So, Abru is somebody's self respect. So, that is Abru or dignity. In Hindi, you can call it Samman. So, that is Abru. Then we come to the next word, Rasam. Rasam Nibhana is to be custom or do the customs or the traditions or the parampara. That is the rasam. So some people, or now it's occurring to me a good way to say, look at it as a ritual, right? So to go through the rituals is called rasam nibhana. And then that is this word bunyad. So if somebody asks you what is the bunyad of your love, so the answer to that is what is the anchor of your love. And anchor in Hindi stands for neev. So people find a bunyad of their love in many things, right? They want to write poetry together, they want to do a dub smash together, they want to make babies together, they want to raise children together, they want to adopt pets together. So that is some foundation of their love, and that is called bunyad. And then there is this word bhadkana. So to bhadkana somebody, especially to instigate somebody, in Hindi it is called uksana. So to instigate somebody is called bhadkana. So typically when people are in love, they will try to do a bhadkana of one person versus the other to break the love, especially when they are young, and there is all this jealousy and everything involved, right? So there's a lot of bhadkana that happens. And then there is the word called zakham. Zakham can be inner zakham or an outer zakham. In Hindi it is called a chot, and in English it's called a wound. So you can be wounded by words or you can be physically wounded, and that is called zakham. And everybody in love knows that you cannot stay in love without zakham and wounds. They are a part and parcel of life, not just love, it's a part and parcel of life. And then we talk about Sitara. Sitara is the sky and the star in it. The star in it is called Sitara. So you look up at the night sky and you can see lots of Sitara. And typically, the film stars are also called Sitare. Because probably they stand out among the crowd. And Zoru in Urdu means Patni in Hindi or wife in English. So, take care of your Zoru. And there's a word called Karma. In English, they borrowed the word. So, the word caravan is already in the dictionary. It actually means procession. In Hindi, you can call it a Chalta Firta Mela. So, that is meaning of caravan. And then, of course, there is this word Itra. Itra, whatever you want to call it, that stands for fragrance or sugandh. That is Itra. Then the hero typically sings songs about the heroine Zulf. Zulf stands for hair. So there's a song, Kali Kali Zulfe. So the black hair on your head. So that is very important. So that is Zulf. And then there is the word Saya, which actually means shadow. and in Hindi it is called chaya. So that is saya or chaya for you. And then we come to the word jihad. Jihad typically means the cleaning of some person or some organization or entity. In pure Hindi, you can call it Vishuddhikaran. So typically, jihad is of two forms. The interior jihad, when you try to overcome your urges, like we mentioned, havas, you try to overcome your greed or lobe, you try to clean yourself. That's the internal jihad. And in the external jihad, you go and do things and kind of, you hurt the people who hurt your brother, right? So you hurt the keeper of your brother. So that is even there in English, Ezekiel. You watch the ending of Pulp Fiction. I'll strike down with great vengeance on those who try to poison my brothers. So that is, the external jihad, and the internal jihad, of course, the cleaning up of a person's mind. And then we will talk about the most famous couple in Urdu, Salim and Anarkali. Salim is the Romeo and Anarkali is the Juliet. And just like Romeo and Juliet, it didn't go that well for Salim and Anarkali. Maybe the times were bad those days. And then there is this word called Budapa. Budapa is a person in Hindi who is Vruddh or Vayask, and in English they say that that person is very old, so that is called Budapa. And there is the contrary word called Jawan, which means young and youthful. Naujawan, so that is the word Jawan and Vruddh. Jawan in Hindi is Yauvan. So for Hindi lovers, that word Yauvan really exists. And now I am going to say something controversial. So even in Urdu, there are typically classes of people, the higher class, lower class. It just exists. I think it is because of human nature that this exists. So some people who can directly relate themselves religiously to some king or some founder of the religion, they call themselves Ashraf, and Ashraf stands for Uncha. And then we talk about a word called Tajurba. Tajurba actually means experience. So a well experienced person is called Tajurba or Tajurbedar, and that is the meaning of the word Tajurba. Then, of course, what is love without flowers? And flowers in Urdu are called Gul. Gul Mohar is the name of a flower, they are called Gul. And in Hindi, they are called Fool for the Hindi lovers. Then we can talk about a word called Maza, that is bhog or enjoyment. So, love is all not all, dedication, war, and everything else. Sometimes it's just fun, right? Enjoy it. So that's Maza and bhog. And Admi and Aurat. Admi means man, Aurat means woman, right? So, Ladka, Ladki, that is Admi and Aurat. Then there is this word called Sajan, Sayya in Hindi, which is called Shohar in Urdu. Then people go to, as I told you, Hakims or Wazirs or the king, maybe the Wazir, to give them some tarkib or some nuska. In Hindi, that is called as Hal, to give the solution to a problem. Tarkib or nuska is the solution to a problem. So it may not be a straightforward solution, or it may not be a scientifically approved solution, but it is a tarkib or a nuska, right? So you आजमा के देखो. So you test it, right? Azmana means you test or you experiment with it. Here, take this advice and experiment with it. Then there is this word called hichkichahat. Hichkichahat means sankoch. So that means somebody who's shy. So that is hichkichahat. So if you are having hichkichahat, then you should not try for love. Then there is this word called zabardasti, and zabardasti means force or dabav. So typically in your love there should not be any zabardasti. Then there is this word called zabani. Zabani means through the mouth. So bezuban means a person who can't speak, and zabani means a language a person can speak. It could be their mother tongue, it could be any other. Then there is this word called lafda. Lafda stands for a problem you have with the law or affair, and you should stay away from lafda because all lafdas are najayas, as I brought up before. So here are some words from Bollywood. This is essential Bollywood vocabulary, and this is Ram Kumar. I'm signing off. Have a nice day.